Welcome back to Big Discussions 76 Sports. My name is Dr. Anwar Youssef Dunbar. If you see fit, please like, share, and subscribe. Shout out to Bo Lytle as respect is earned. If you want to donate to the channel in the ways that I've described before, that information is below in the description box. That is financially or signing up for my newsletter, that information is below in the description box. Well, I just wanted to come on and make a quick reaction video to the Michigan Wolverines 34-3 victory over the Nebraska Cornhuskers. It's hard to believe that this regular season is almost over, and how far and where it goes in terms of its conclusion, well, that remains to be seen. During the game, I was getting text messages from Buckeye Alex and others talking about how atrocious our passing game looks and how we're struggling against this lowly Nebraska team. We've got Ohio State in 2 weeks. Actually, we'll be traveling to Ohio State in 2 weeks. So we're looking at them. They're looking at us, and it's going to be interesting. There are going to be two styles of football that are going to clash. Our young quarterback is going to start for the first time at the shoe, and based upon what we've seen from him, what's going to happen? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. So, well, today's victory was over the Nebraska Cornhuskers. So I'm going to go over the stats, and then I'm going to go over the remaining games, and then I will wrap this up. So, in terms of the predicted score, Michigan did what they were expected to do. In my last live stream with Buckeye Alex, I did share a prediction, and Michigan was picked to win by 31 points, which is what they did. I'm going to go over the passing yards here. The passing yards, the rushing yards, and the receiving yards. So Chuba Purdy, for the time that he was in the game, he went 6-for-11 for 56 yards. JJ went 8-for-17 for 129 yards and 2 touchdowns. So 8-for-17 for 129 yards. I'm not quite sure what to make of that. Is that because our running game is so dominant, or is it something else? Now, I will say this: in the first half, they did take several deep shots down the field, and in one instance, they were consecutive. JJ just missed them. I think his best chance to connect on one was to Cornelius Johnson, but Cornelius had to make an acrobatic catch, and he just didn't pull it in. So in terms of the rushing yards, Chuba Purdy led Nebraska there. Blake had another monster game. He carried the ball 28 times for 162 yards. And Ronnie Bell led our wide receivers with 4 receptions and 72 yards and 1 touchdown. He had that. He would have had 2 touchdowns, but he fumbled the ball at the goal line late in the game, and Andrew Anthony recovered it for Nebraska. Marcus Washington had 2 receptions for 36 yards. So overall, Nebraska just wasn't able to get much done going. They weren't able to get much going on the offensive side of the ball. I'm going to take a quick look here at the scoring summary. Michigan scored once in the first quarter. We scored Ronnie Bell scored his touchdown in the second quarter. That was a play action pass, and he was wide open, so JJ just had to lob the ball up. Jake Moody connected on a 30-yard field goal to end the second quarter. So Michigan went into the half 17-3. In the third quarter, JJ ran the ball in the end zone. He got a really good block from Blake Corum. And then Andrew Anthony in the fourth quarter fell on the fumble that he fell on Ronnie Bell's fumble in the end zone. And then Jake Moody connected on another field goal to push the score up to 34. I'm going to take a look at the play-by-play here. Hold on. We already talked about JJ's passing yards. Blake, we already talked about Blake's running yards. The next most productive runner was CJ Stokes. He had 8 carries for 68 yards. Donovan Edwards had a quiet game with 2 carries for 13 yards. Ronnie Bell led all receivers. Colston Loveland caught 2 balls for 40 yards. Roman Wilson caught 1 for 13 yards. Ronnie Bell fumbled once. In terms of the defense, Junior Colson sacked Nebraska's quarterbacks once. He had 1 tackle for a loss. Mason Graham had 1 sack as well and 1 tackle for a loss. Those were the only sacks for the day. Junior Colson led our defense in solo tackles. Mike Sainer still almost came up with a fumble, but the referees called that Nebraska running back down. Michigan did not intercept the ball. And I think I will wrap this up here. Jake Moody went 2 for 2 in terms of field goals. I'm going to go over to the team stats now. In terms of first downs, Michigan had 27 first downs versus Nebraska's 8. I think that's indicative of how they weren't able to get anything done in terms of total yards. Michigan quadrupled Nebraska's yards. So we generated 412 versus their 146. In terms of passing yards, Michigan, we doubled their passing yards. So Michigan generated 148 passing yards versus Nebraska's 71. And we tripled their rushing yards. Michigan generated 264 rushing yards versus Nebraska's 75. And Michigan once again won the time of possession, possessing the ball for 35 minutes and 32 seconds versus Nebraska possessing the ball for 24 minutes and 28 seconds. So, yeah, guys. So that's what we have. This is the team that we have. Our offense is built to possess the ball. Our offense is built to run the ball. Blake Corum is arguably our MVP this season, just like Hassan Haskins was our MVP last season. In addition to our stellar offensive line play, you could see Blake running the ball and pushing the pile, literally pushing the pile over that line of scrimmage. So, I'm sorry, over the first down marker. So the question is, can Illinois stop that? Will Ohio State be able to stop that? I know there are a lot of concerns about the passing game. The good news is we have that running game. The running game travels just like the defense travels. So in 2 weeks when we go to Columbus, we should get that production. And who knows, the passing game in terms of the deep shots, those just might connect on that day. The clouds may part, the sun might just come out, and it could be that our vertical passing game starts clicking either next week or on that day. But we have the running game to fall back on, and those shots are there. So Michigan's final 2 regular season opponents. Michigan's final regular season opponents are the Illinois Fighting Illini at the Big House next week, and then the game that everyone's looking at, Thanksgiving 2022, Michigan versus Ohio State down at the Horseshoe. Michigan hasn't won down there since 2000, and That was done with stellar quarterback play. That was done with Drew Henson rolling out. That was done with Drew Henson making sick sidearm throws and deep throws to David Terrell. Um, but can we do it this way? Can we do it controlling the clock and pounding Ohio State's defense into submission and dominating the time of possession and keeping CJ Stroud and that offense off the field? They won pretty decisively today, by the way, defeating Indiana. I think Ohio State put up 56 points. So that's where we are. This is the team that we have. So I'm going to wrap this up. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Are you still concerned? Are you worried about what's going to happen down in Columbus in 2 weeks? Are you concerned about Illinois next week? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please like, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel. That information is below in the description box. Go blue. And as always, remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Take care, and I will talk to you the next time. I might do another midweek stream. I might see if I can get Buckeye Alex back, depending upon what our schedules look like. So look out for that, and I will talk to you all the next time. Bye-bye.